Good Lord, what is it, June? Almost July? Took this long for 2026 to bring me a proper comedy? Sheesh. All right, welcome to Taste Take. If you're new here, today we're doing a spoiler-free breakdown of the new A24 movie, The Invite. If that's something you're into, hit that subscribe button for your boyfriend. Regular Taste Takers, look. A24 really brought us the drama, The Invite, the debut, all in the same year. We're not going to drop the review. Starring Chris Tate and Keke Palmer. Rom-com. Okay, quick background here. The Invite is a new movie that was directed by Olivia Wilde, starring herself, Seth Rogen, Penélope Cruz, and Edward Norton. It was written by Will McCormick and the homie Rashida Jones. They've been friends for a while and have been writing together for ages. How did they meet, you ask? Oh, you didn't ask? Whoops. Well, as the story would have it, Will McCormick has a sister named Mary McCormick. And Mary and Rashida did a movie together way back in like 2000. This is pre 9/11. Mary tells Rashida, girl, I don't know how to say this, but my brother is your soulmate. Holy moly, my sister's never put me on like that a day in her life. Now, they didn't fall in love, but they have been good friends and partners ever since. So, in a way, her sister was right. I don't know, maybe I'm off my hinges, but I do believe you can have soulmate friends. So, anyway. They write this movie, The Invite, together that was adopted from a Spanish movie called Sentimental. Sentimental, also referred to as The People Upstairs, that was written by a dude named Seth. That came out in 2020 and was actually the movie version of his own stage play that he released in 2015, A Journey. After Rashida and Will wrote the screenplay for The Invite, in May of 2023, it was announced that Jonathan Dayton and Valerie Ferris were going to direct it. But starring Amy Adams, Paul Rudd, and Tessa Thompson. They hadn't cast Hawk, who would eventually be played by Edward Norton, but whoa. There'd be like so much lore in making just one movie. Anyway, plans to make this movie stalled, and in April of last year, it was announced that it got picked back up, but this time with Olivia Wilde directing and starring, along with Seth Rogen, Penélope Cruz, and Edward Norton. They shot this thing in San Francisco in 23 days, in chronological order, and on 35mm film. It had its premiere this past January at Sundance, and I'm hearing that it got a standing ovation, which is something they don't just be giving away at Sundance. Yeah, Cannes Film Festival, I said it. All right. Plot time. The Invite is about a married couple, Joe and Angela. That's Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde. Joe and Angela's relationship has been on thin ice for a while now. So in an attempt to talk to like anyone that isn't Joe, Angela invites their upstairs neighbors, Pina and Hawk, Penélope Cruz, and Edward Norton, over for a dinner party. Angela thinks this could be a good thing because, number one, their daughter's at a sleepover, and two, they don't have any friends, but Joe wants nothing to do with this. Well, that's too damn bad, Joe, because they're already on the way.
What is this?
That's a rug.
Did you buy this rug because the neighbors are coming?
Oh my God. Joe, you remember Pina and Hawk?
Bit of a contentious environment in here, so I understand.
We love a contentious environment.
She's fine, but he is a fucking weirdo.
You know, they seem cool, and she's so pretty.
Have you got tequila?
When Pina and Hawk come down, it turns out that this couple is a lot more interesting than they could have ever imagined. So, will this dinner party light the spark that Joe and Angela have been missing? Or will it all cause more harm than good? Now we got a movie. So what's my take? Yeah, no notes. If you've been watching this channel for a while, y'all know I love my comedies. And you know how rare it is to find a good one. Last Classic being one of them days, of course. And to be fair, one of them days wasn't the only good comedy from last year. I also really loved Oh Hi. I liked Splitsville. And I liked Friendship. 2026 though, this has got to be the first one. And if I'm missing something, you let me know in the comments. But Even so, I still got The Invite ranked higher than those last three. So I'll touch on a few things that work for me in the film, and then I'll get out of your hair. First, Olivia Wilde, Queen. Loved the work she did directing here. This is the third film she directed. The last film she did was Don't Worry, Darling, with my BFF Florence Pugh in 2022. And her first film, which I'm ashamed that I didn't know this, is one of my favorite movies of all time, Booksmart. Sadly, y'all don't know nothing about no Booksmart. Funny enough, the other day someone asked me what's my comfort movie, and I don't think anyone ever asked me before. I think I said Home Alone, but it's actually Booksmart. Like, I rarely have nothing to watch, but the amount of times I put on Booksmart, sheesh. Like, if Booksmart has no fans, then I got abducted by those animal aliens from Disclosure Day. Anyway, besides directing, I'm glad she decided to cast herself in the movie. As the story goes, when she first got involved with this project, she immediately knew that she wanted to cast Seth Rogen as Joe. She was literally starring in the studio during the casting process. We love the studio over here. After that, she got Edward Norton as Hawk. This is the fourth time Academy nominees. Nice little pickup. Then she got Penélope Cruz. Penélope said she was reading the script crying, laughing. She said she loves comedies and knows how hard it is to find a good one. Tell me about it, boo. We got a lot in common. Just saying. So after locking those three down, Olivia was looking all over for who was going to play Angela. Edward and Seth was like, girl, be serious. You need to be in this. Would you believe that she didn't believe in herself? She didn't think she could act next to these three powerhouses. She needs to watch some more Taste Take, because y'all know the slogan. Sometimes you gotta just do shit. And she was excellent as Angela. This wife who is tired, but isn't tired enough to stop trying. And not too tired to snap back at Joe when she needs to. Then you got Joe, played by Seth Rogen, who we know thrives comedically in situations where there's a lot of tension and pressure. When you know he's gonna say the thing no one else would say at a time like this. And it's gonna be hilarious.
It took you a while to come to the door, and it sounded like you were arguing.
No filter.
No, I just want to be honest. We were at the door before we rang, and we could hear you were fighting.
Oh, we were
fighting.
We were fighting, yeah.
Bit of a contentious environment in here, so I understand if that's repellent to you. No hard feelings, you know what I mean? Completely understand, you know?
We love a contentious environment. We love it.
Okay.
Well,
Really, it's fine.
you hit the jackpot then, my friend. You're in for a treat.
So,
Edward Norton, who I never really been a fan of, I'm not a hater. I just never really tapped into a lot of his stuff. Excellent job as the Hulk, by the way, but I know y'all ain't ready to have that conversation yet. He also does a great job here, playing this overly open upstairs neighbor who knows Joe don't want him there, but won't even think about leaving because he understands Joe's type. Then you got Penelope Cruz as Pina, who I think stole the whole damn show. And I don't even know how you steal the show from three actors firing on all cylinders, but yeah, I think she did that shit. People will be talking about how good this cast all did, but if I had to guess, I would say that they talk about Penelope the most. She is elite in this. I wanted to hear her talking in every scene. After Penelope, I would say Seth probably gets the most love for his performance. He has so many hilarious one-liners. You're doing yourself and your country a disservice if you don't watch this movie more than once. Because you for sure miss some.
Are you an interior designer or something?
what? Oh, thank you, no.
No, he's a fireman.
Firefighter, we say.
you're not.
Firefighter.
You're a
I was.
firefighter?
He was?
You're not a fire. You weren't a firefighter.
Yeah, he was fire captain.
You were a fire captain.
Captain Hawk?
Captain Hawk. No,
Oh
you
my
weren't.
God.
You're not Captain Hawk. That's bullshit.
Why?
Why? You don't seem like a firefighter.
What do the firefighters
not?
seem
They're
like?
Yeah,
brawnier.
what do
They are
they seem
brawnier.
like?
They have
¿Qué es eso
mustaches.
de brownie?
They're
¿Qué es eso de
brawnier.
brownie? ¿Qué es brownie?
Fuerte.
More fuerte. More fuerte.
He's very fuerte.
He's pretty fuerte.
Olivia said she wanted this film moving nonstop, with each of them having their moment. Fucking nailed it. She explains that her goal in writing this was to tailor the characters to each performer, which meant her actors had to be cool working like this. Her idea was to workshop the script with the whole crew right before they started shooting. So they had the writers, Rashida and Will, plus Olivia, Seth, Edward, and Penelope, all in a room just looking at the script. They said they was revealing personal stories anecdotes, totally getting comfortable with each other for about 8 days. Rashida and Will were literally changing the script on the spot in these sessions. Their first revised script came from that workshop. I don't know, you gotta have a really cool crew to be okay working like this. Your writers gotta be open to these changes, and your director gotta be trusting enough to let her stars mold this script with what must have been insane amounts of improv. High key, I need the 4K Blu-ray just for the bonus scenes and bloopers alone, because it ain't no way they're saying all this stuff without cracking up laughing.
Take them off?
I don't give a fuck if you take your shoes off.
For me, no gluten, no dairy, no meat, no sugar.
Anyway, the last thing I'll say is that it's not just about the comedy here, it's the subject matter. We have a movie that brilliantly tackles the complexities of marriage, the compromises required of being an adult, and even new ways to be in a relationship. One of the outside voices that shaped this script was a psychotherapist named Esther Perel. She was a consultant on the film. This is a New York Times best-selling author that wrote the book Mating in Captivity, Unlocking Erotic Intelligence, which I now need to read that book. So Olivia said that at this point in her life, this film is exactly the conversation she wants to be having. Heard you. Her quote is, "If the thing that interests me the most is relationship dynamics, what if I just made a film where there's nothing else but that?" Go off, queen, you did that shit. Those loud upstairs neighbors don't just represent the spicy couple that Joe and Angela are maybe trying to get back to. They show us how chance encounters can sometimes shake us out of complacency. So maybe just do the thing. Good or bad, you did a thing. Whatever. Yeah, I love this movie, and I think a lot of y'all gonna love it too. So please go out and show us some love at the box office. It comes out this weekend on June 26th in limited release. So for New York City, that's AMC Lincoln Square, Regal Union Square, and the Alamo Drafthouse Brooklyn. If you happen to live in a city that didn't win an NBA championship this year, literally go on Fandango and look it up. The invite opens nationwide on July 10th. As always, thanks for checking out Taste Take. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like and the subscribe button. In the comments, do you guys plan on checking this movie out? Did you already check this movie out? Y'all was in Sundance? You gave it a standing ovation? Also, for real, let me know the funny movies of 2026 that I could have been missing, because gotta be something I'm not thinking of. Thanks for the time, y'all. Peace. Oh, and if you do watch this movie, you'll see at the end that it's dedicated to Diane, and that's for Diane Keaton. Olivia Wilde was a huge fan. Credits Diane for being just a real huge inspiration to her in her career. Diane passed away in October of last year. So just a little note there in case you're wondering what's going on. So yeah, watch this freaking movie. God damn, Penelope Cruz. Good Lord. So good.